guys, welcome back to a new video. My name is Paula, I'm 23 years old and I'm a student, so I have a pretty low budget to budget with. But today I'm going to have a look at my second week of November and I want to close it out, so see how my budget worked out. Please excuse my dog in the background, but he's just stomping around a bit. First, I'm going to have a look at my income as always. 2,070 euros was the income for the whole month of November. I divided this by 4 because I do a budget for every week, so 4 weeks per month. And this comes out to 517.15. So I will get you a bit closer. All right. Plus, for every week I have some leftover of the week before, and this leftover from week 1 was 48.75. All right, and I have a new calculator. I'm pretty happy about this, so I will sum this up. 517.50 plus 48.75, and this comes out to 566.25. So I'm going to color code this in green because this is what I'm working with. Next, I'm going to have a look at my fixed expenses. They are pretty much the same every week, but sometimes it could happen that something changed and I have to pay more money, maybe for electricity or for my internet or something like that. So that's why I do this every week, to check in if that was correct. I concluded those 3 categories into one, which is kind of the living category for the fixed expenses, and together they are 141.25 each week. So that's also right for this week. For Netflix I have 350. For Audible I have 275. For Apple Cloud I have 75 cents. My bigger uni course is 65.50 per week. I pay this once a month and it's like 262 euros a month. So my first certificate course is 41.75 per week, and my second one is a total of 50 euros per week. Also in this week it was 50 euros, and those 2 savings plans are fixed because this is the investment in my future. I want to hold up no matter what, no matter how the rest of the budget looks. This is kind of a privilege to say, and I'm really grateful that I'm able to do this, even if I have to look at the bit more tight corners for some other categories. Those 2 are fixed, and one is 25 euros per week and the other one is 50 euros per week. My dog's insurance is 5 euros per week. So I will calculate, and it's 141.25 plus 350 plus 275 plus 75 cents plus 65.50 plus 41.75 plus 50 plus 25 plus 50 plus 5. This comes out to 385 and 50 cents. 385 and 50 cents. So this is what I've planned. This is what it is. I've checked this with my banking account, and I know that this was what I've budgeted at the beginning of the week. So now we will go down here for what did I spend throughout the week. For the first day, which was the 11th of November, I spent 55.86 euros, and the category is food, which was kind of groceries. It was a bit more because friends came over, so food, groceries. And then on the 12th I've spent 20 euros for food, which was eating out. And also on the 12th I've spent 7 euros and 50 cents for free time. And on the 14th I've spent 19.65 for my dog. Which is, yeah, he's running around me. Not running, but like walking and trying to get to play with me. Even so, we played before I started this video. Maybe it was not enough. I will do this when I'm finished with this. Okay, so now I will color code those categories. I have the category which is called food. I will do this like this. Food. Then I have the dog one, and then there is free time. I thought, yeah, exactly. So free time was red. All right. So I have for food a total of, and I will just move around a bit so you can see it better. Food got 55.86 plus 20, and that's it. 75.86. Next category was dog, which was just 19.65, and then free time was also just this one, so 7.50. So this is important for the next step, because now I have like an overview of what I've planned, what I've spent, and what is left now. So for food, I planned to use 87.50. For my dog, I had 75. For living, I calculated with a 0. For free time, 35. Care was 2.50. And clothing was 0. Okay, so education got also 0, emergency gets a 5 every week, and savings in the variable expenses gets 0 for now. And this is a total of 205. This is what I've planned, this is what I budgeted in my last video, which was the budget planning for week 2 of November. And now I will include those categories into these spend, and this spend column into these categories, and write this down. I've spent 75.86 on food, 19.65 for dog, living 0, free time 7.50, and the rest is just a 0 because I did not spend this money or money in any of those categories. And now I will just calculate 75.86 plus 19.65 plus 7.50 is a total of 103.01. Okay, so this will get an orange color because this is what I've spent. And now I will calculate what is left, so I can use this money for the planning of the next week, of the 3rd week of November. And for that I will subtract this from this. So I have for food 87.50 minus 75.86. And this is 11.64. 11.64. Then I have for the dog category 75 minus 19.65, and this is 55.35. This is 0. Then for the free time category it's 35 minus 7.50, which is 27.50. And now, because there's nothing I can subtract from this, I can just copy the rest of those numbers over here. So 250 is left for this category, 0, 0, and 5 for this category. Alright, so sum it up. 11.64 plus 55.35 plus 27.50 plus 2.50 plus 5 is 101.99. This sounds good because I have to come up with a not uneven number, so no cents involved at least. Alright, so this is going to get a green color because this is what is left. And now I will just finish up by having a look at the totals. So the spending for week 2 is my income, which was 566.25, minus the fixed expenses, which were 385.50, minus the variable expenses, and the variable ones were the orange color, 103.01. Alright, so I love to color code because then I don't have like trouble figuring out what belongs where, what do I have to add up, what do I have to subtract. So orange is this, and quickly I want to, yeah, I don't really know what's best. So 566.25 minus 385.50 minus 103.01. 77.74. 77.74. Many sevens. So, and this is a plus, which is kind of great from where we are coming from. So in this small corner, I will now figure out what I can take into the next week. The principle is that the amount I can take from this, so from this 101.99 into the next week, has to be smaller than 77 and 74, because I budgeted for the whole month of November into a minus. So if I do like with those numbers and do this for every week, I will come out in a negative. My goal is, despite budgeting it has to be a realistic budget, so I budgeted it as the numbers came up from the last 5 months, but that was a minus in total, and I tried to come out with a negative or at least a 0 at the end. So when I'm better throughout the week, which was the case for week 1, which is also the case for week 2, and I have some money left, I try to take only the money into the next week, which I can use, so that I come out as 0 or in a positive, with a positive number at the end of November, after finishing all 4 weeks. So the principle is I have this 101.99 minus, and now this is, I have to divide as much of this one to come up with a number which is in the range of 77.74. So of course I will use the emergency money, which is €5 for emergency. Then I will take €15 from dog food, I think. So now I'm like €20 from this one, and 101 minus 20 is 81. So now I need like 5 more euros or something like that to come in a range from the 77.74, and I try to use the leftover food to get it into the savings and not use it for the next week. So it will also be minus 11.64. I will write it next to those numbers so I won't forget. Minus 11.64. Food, dog is minus 15, and emergency is minus 5. So I know this is a bit complicated, but I figured that it works for me. At least I thought this throughout the first 2 weeks of November. So yeah, now I can calculate 101.99 minus 5 minus 15 minus 11.64. This comes out to 70.35. So, which is great because 70.35 is smaller than 70.74. So looking forward to my closeout for November. At least in week 2, I don't have to worry that I contributed to a greater minus at the end of the month. So even while taking money into week 3 and having kind of a buffer or something like that. Alright, so this is the closeout for week 2 of the month of November. I hope you liked it, and if you have any questions or if you have any tips and tricks and advice, or you saw I did something wrong, write it down below in the comments. I really appreciate it. And otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!